All right, it has been a long day, starting at 3 a.m. Um, I prepared more of that soup. It turned out really good. Um, there's stuff cooling in the crock pot now, and I'm going to end up canning part of it. Um, Tomorrow I start a new job, but it's very temporary, and I'm not in a position to go through with worldwide at this point, and it's really frustrating because I can see a light at the end of a tunnel with this company, and I need it. I really do. It's just frustrating. The money that I set aside to go through and launch with worldwide ended up going to groceries and the phone bill, and it is frustrating. I just don't have enough to go around. And I work hard. I really do. It is 5:35 p.m. and I have just hit this cot for the first time since 3 a.m. Um, that means the first time I've been off my feet. And yeah, that makes for a long day. Um, One of the things that I've been working on is trying to set up a land trust for people in my situation who are working but don't necessarily have the income to pay first and last month's rent when rent is the same as a freaking mortgage payment on a 4-bedroom house. And there are a lot of people that are interested in it. I'm tired, but it requires credit. It requires funding. Once again, the same reason that I can't launch worldwide is the stumbling block for this land trust. And there's a lot of land in this area that's just sitting there. No reason for it. If you if you want to develop it in the future, why are you just letting it sit there? I'm talking empty lots. One of them used to be a parking lot, but it's overgrown and the concrete's ripped up and stuff because of the overgrowth. And there's 2 farmers' fields. One of them is 4.5 acres. 4.5 acres. That I did the math. That's 40 people that I could put intense, and not be overcrowded. 40 people. That's freaking ridiculous. And yet all over these lots, there's no trespassing signs. It hurts my head. You didn't create the land. The person that you bought the land from didn't create it. So how do you claim ownership over something that you didn't create? Now this video, I own because I created it. I write a book, I own the rights to that book because I created it. Nobody other than God can say that they own land. Yet our society for thousands of years has claimed dominance over another man because of a false ownership of property. It is a tool for slavery. The land barons of the Middle Ages did just that. You pay the taxes to the land baron pays to the king, and so on. And the reality is that the king who issued this land to the baron never owned the land in the first place. So he didn't have the authority to actually say, you have a right to be here. No man can. It's ridiculous. But it is the way our society works. And I hate it. I absolutely hate it. There is no reason for hardworking people that are actually trying to make ends meet to be stumbling because of whether or not they have a roof over their head. Now, the house itself can be owned, but the land that the house is on, most definitely not. And it is pathetic that people actually think that it can be. Anyway, this one's going to be short. I just got on a rant and I really didn't want to do that. The whole point is that life gives you stumbling blocks. And be it your credit rating, in my case recently, I had an employer that just wasn't paying me. I'm not worth that employer anymore. But the reality is that if I'm not getting paid, I can't pay the people that I owe. And that creates bad credit. Everybody that I talk to is always telling me that I shouldn't be judging. Like, really? Isn't that what a credit score is? This number does not tell you what the circumstances were that the payments were late. If your employer has bad credit, you're going to have bad credit because he's not paying you. That shouldn't be on your fault. It really shouldn't. This credit system has put more people out on the street because of having a low credit rating and not being able to get into an apartment than drugs, alcohol, criminal background, any of that. And all it is an arbitrary number that is calculated out of somebody's ass. It is freaking stupid. Alright, I'm done. This is Anarchy Empowered. For this one, I'm not going to say subscribe because it was just a rant, but we definitely need an improvement on our society, and I really hope that people are paying attention to what I am saying. Judging from the views on my channel, I don't have any followers, yet people see the videos on the blog, so I don't know how that's calculated. But tell people about us. Tell people about anarchyempowered.com. Tell people about Anarchy Empowered's YouTube channel. If you can, donate. We need to be able to make a difference because nobody else seems to want to. Thank you.